chord types are made from the scale. For those who don't realize how that works, let's take the C chord. And so here we are. Here's C, of course. And if you're going do, re, mi, it would be do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And if you could do it with numbers as well. And so there would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so the major chord, or just the C chord, is made up of 1, 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 3, 5. And 1 at the top. So that's great. Simple C chord. What's cool about the naming of the chords, the chord types, is if you took this 3, 1, 2, 3, and you took that finger off and made it a 2, that's called C sus, S-U-S, C sus 2. Makes sense, right? It's the second degree, it's a 2, so they call it C sus 2. So, and likewise, if you use the 4 instead of the 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's called C sus 4. Makes a whole lot of sense, right? It's just using the numbers of the scale. So C, C sus 2, C sus 4. So, right, C sus 4, C, C sus 2. So it just goes on like that. So if you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, well, 5's in the C chord, you don't have to worry. But if you sharp the 5, if you sharp that 5, that's a C sharp 5 chord. Makes sense, right? You're taking the 5 and you're sharping it, going up a half a step. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, guess what? A C6 chord. So you may have heard songs that do that. C sharp 5, C6, and C7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now 7, degree 7 in the scale is a B, but the C7 chord flats that 7. And down a half step for flat, right? So there's C7. So you sharp 5, 6, 7. And so to distinguish 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, that's a C major 7 chord. So the C7 chord that uses the flatted 7 is so popular to build other chord types that they just call it C7 instead of C flat 7, right? And the C major 7 is the open B string. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now you're back on the C note, which you could call 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're starting all over again with the do, re, mi stuff, but the numbers keep going up. So now 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Guess what? A C9 chord. So cool, right? I love the C9. And very often you will find the 9 added to the 7. the C7 chord plus the 9. Really great blues chord, right? Or jazz chord or whatever. Well, what's cool about the 9 is you can flat it. Here's 9, down a half step, that's flat 9. So C7 flat 9 is a gorgeous chord. And you can also sharp the 9. So here's 9, sharp 9 with the 7. Now that's a fantastic chord. And you can go from sharp 9 to flat 9. And it's such a cool sound, right? And that's it. And it goes on from there. 8, 9, 10, 11. And that's the same number as 4, but it's an octave higher. So they call it 11. And you do the 7 with... But more often, you hear the sharp 11. Or this way. Sharp 11 is more typical in the world of jazz. And then 13, which is up here. Now there's a C7, 7, 8, 9, with a 13 on it. There's a lot of ways that you can combine these guys. In a G-shaped chord, where you'd have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You can have your third, your 7 for the G, and then the G. That's an easy chord and a really great bluesy, jazzy chord. So it's got the flat 7, the third, the 13, and that's a cool sound. And so anyway, that's kind of a look at numbers and how chord types are named after the numbers of the scale. Hope that was interesting.